Hi, it's Alisa from the Ripple Effect. Happy Thursday, everyone. Something that has been on my mind a lot this week and has been a real topic of focus has been really being mindful of the story that I'm telling myself about myself. And I wanted to share this with you in the hopes that it would be somewhat helpful, maybe resonate with you, and maybe give you some perspective if this is something you perhaps haven't thought of. And that is, are we going to let the messages of our past permeate in our mind and our consciousness and affect the way we feel about ourselves? And what I mean by that is, there, I would say most of us, if not all of us, have had people and influences in our lives, especially when we were young, impressionable and young. We've had influences, and it's usually someone close to us, like a parent or a sibling or, someone close, has given us some kind of message or some kind of a direction that was purely their opinion or their perception, and it really shaped how we chose to feel about ourselves. And of course, if they're really encouraging us and they're giving us information that is uplifting and positive and more closer to the truth of who we really are, then of course, that's going to affect us in a very positive way. But what I'm referring to are the naysayers and basically the lies that we've all been told about ourselves based on someone else's perception. And usually the ones that tend to stick with us the most are the messages from people that really hurt us the most. We tend to remember, and that sinks in deeper, I think, into our souls and to our spirits and our consciousness when someone has really said some unkind things to us. And my first response to that is, it's always a lie. But when we're little, we of course believe them. We think that must be true. Why would they say it if it wasn't true? I would say that that's the majority of people. We tend to really internalize it. And what I'm learning and what I'm really doing and actively thinking about and meditating on and contemplating is, wow, that was a lie. And this is not the first time I've talked about this, but that was a real lie. And uh, it shaped us and we believed it. And it certainly created this, like a recording in our minds. And I think it's really unconscious. It's like an unconscious buzz. It's like the underlying thread, you know, your pain or, you're too sensitive. That's a good one. You're this or you're that, whatever it is, something that just really hurt us. I can list all kinds of things. I'm sure you have your own, ideas and lists. But the point I'm making is they're all lies. And, if it was something that was a negative statement, because that's not how we were created. We were created in love. And anything outside of love is just not true. And so I wanted to encourage you, as I'm encouraging myself, to really love ourselves and be kind and nurturing to ourselves. There's that saying to be the parent that we wish we had, or be the friend or the partner that we wish we had. It's really that simple. It's saying, of course, having first the awareness of, I think I'm feeding myself a bunch of hooey and some lies that I took on as a child or even recently, and I'm choosing to think differently. I'm choosing to see things differently. I'm choosing to see myself differently. And I choose the truth. And the truth about you and the truth about me is we were all created in love. And that's where we came from, and that's what we are. And anything else, anything unrelated or misaligned with love, it's just a lie. So I encourage you to challenge the lie. But what I really encourage myself and encourage you to do is just reprogram that. My sister was saying, I was I was sharing something with her that was really on my heart, that was hurting me. And she said, I really encourage you to reframe that and talk to yourself in a different way. And it was really helpful because it's like, oh yeah, I should, that would be a good idea. And it just created more peace in my mind. And so I wanted to encourage you, please don't believe those lies you were told. They're not true. They're not true. They weren't true for you, they're not true for me. We get to choose. And again, we were created in love. And that's just the way it is. It's just the truth. So I encourage you to remember that and remember that you're worthy of that. And it's I wouldn't even say it's even worthiness. It's just the truth. We are all love and we are all good and right as we are. We don't have to change. We don't have to do anything. That's what we already are. So just please remember that as I'm reminding myself. And I wish you all a wonderful weekend, a beautiful day, wherever you are. If it's cold, I hope you're staying nice and toasty warm, and all the very best. And I look forward to talking with you next week. Take care.